I do help my child with her homework. Yeah, I do help her with her homework. And if honestly, it's made me realize how much parenting and education have really changed. Honestly, helping my child do her homework have really changed the way I think, the way I reason education and the parenting of recent times. To get everything is clearer to me. I honestly understand how it is. If you're a parent or you remember doing your homework as a child, you understand what I'm saying. You will relate to what I'm about to say. You get, you understand where I'm heading to. You understand the points I'm trying to make. Now, talking about homework, back then, as a child, um, I can use the textbooks my elder sister used, you know, uh, in her previous class. Maybe when she was in primary one, and I'm now in primary one, I can use her textbooks. Yes, I can use them, and everything will be fine. I can use her textbooks because back then, um, textbooks are not written in homework are not written inside your textbooks. They're written on the chalkboard. They'll write it on the board and they'll ask you to copy it down on your exercise books. Then when you get home, you will do them. That's how it was back then. Well, that's how it was when I was at my daughter's age. Yes, you copy your homework into your exercise books. But these days, these schools, these teachers, okay, they claim that if you're buying a textbook, that they'll give you a workbook. They'll give the child a workbook along with it. But the funniest part is, even the workbook, most times they don't use it. The kid will still have to write that homework in that textbook, making it useless for the next sibling or the younger sibling to use the next year. Do you get? The child will use the textbook, the child will write inside the textbook. Even sometimes the workbook are just useless, they're not using it. You understand? So, and if you help a child with her homework, you understand that the kind of homework they give them now is very much different from what we had back then. Back then, the technology, we were not, back then, the technology now and back then are quite different. Then the technology then, you won't compare it to what we have now. To get a teacher might give you homework, you take it home. Okay, now my mom was a teacher. She was a teacher too, the same school that we attended. My mom was a teacher in that school. So whenever our teacher gives us homework, whenever we get home, my mom will be like, okay, they gave you homework, okay, bring it, let me put you through. She'll put us through, tell us, okay, this is it, and we'll just do it on our own, no stress. We'll do our homework on our own without much assistance. We'll just do it and everything will be fine. And even after doing it, you take it to school. When your teacher checks your book and say, okay, you didn't do this thing well, the teacher will be like, okay, come, this is what you're supposed to do. This is how you're supposed to do it. You didn't do it well. Next time, do it this way. That was how it was back then. But of recent times, these kids will be given homework that even me as a parent, I will have to use Google to check the answer, to know if the answer I'm giving to this child is correct, because these kids too are also smart. They are very, very smart. If you assist them with their homework and you give them an answer contrary to maybe what the teacher said or contrary to what they know, they will counter it. So what I do is I use Google most times if I'm teaching my child her homework. And the homework they do give them of recent times are always very hard for their age bracket. My child is 5 years going to 6. And some of the homework they give her, even I, the parent, me, the mom, if I'm teaching her, I'm also learning because I use Google to make sure the answer is correct. I know we're in technology era now. We're in technology era. Yes, fine. But these kids need to be given a break. The pressure on them is too much with this homework. Back then, when I was a child, maybe in a week, my teacher might give us might give us homework 2 times in a week. But my child comes home with homework every day. Every blessed day we are doing homework. The pressure is too much. Of recent times, schools, teachers need to reduce the pressure on these kids. It's too much to get. Now, talking about the homework, if I'm putting my daughter through and I tell her something contrary to what the teacher said or what the teacher taught her, she will tell me that, no, mommy, this is not how my teacher taught me. This is not how my teacher asked me to do it. And I'll be like, fine, you can do it the way your teacher asked you to do it, and you can also do it this way. She will tell me no, but I want to do it the way my teacher asked me to do it. This shows that they are very, very smart. The kids are smart, but still, they are still under pressure. So I'm talking about the textbooks. The textbook I was talking about earlier. These kids will write the textbooks, the homework in their textbooks. Even the workbook they give them now is useless. They don't even use the workbook. They will write the answers in that textbook, making the textbook useless. The younger one will not be able to use it. And every day the parents keep buying new textbooks. That's how it is in my country, Nigeria. I don't know about other countries. I'm talking about my experience as a mom in Nigeria, as an African mother. That's how it is here. The parents keep buying textbooks every year. But back then, it wasn't like that. Back then, my sister will use a textbook. I will use it. My younger one will use it. And my other younger ones will still use the same textbooks. At least, it helps the parents to save money. Save money meant for buying textbooks every year. You know, as the day goes by, things are getting harder and harder and harder, and nobody's trying to help anybody. Nobody's trying to make these things get easier for parents. And it's honestly not easy. If you're a parent, you understand what I'm talking about. Especially if you're a parent in Nigeria. You're living in Nigeria, you have kids. You buy textbook every year. Your younger child cannot use the same textbook the older one used the previous year, which is very, very bad. It's honestly not easy for everyone, and honestly, the parents are really trying because the economy is not smiling at anyone, and the schools and teachers are not really helping matters. Honestly, doing homework now, parents are really, really involved in their kids, in their school, and everything. Parents are really, really involved compared to before. Before, it's just the homework would just be something easy. You just do it, and even after doing it, you get to school, the teacher will be like, okay, you didn't do it well, you can do it this way next time. But of recent, most of these teachers compare these kids to other children. They'll be like, look at what you're writing, look at what your mate is doing. Can't you do it the same way this child is doing? Can't you write the same way this child is writing? Sometimes my daughter will come and she'll be like, my teacher said I don't write like this person, I don't write like Faith, I don't write like Ruth. I will tell her that, calm down, you're doing well. You're doing well. You don't have to be like Ruth, or you don't have to be like Faith to be perfect. You're doing well for yourself. I have to talk to them. The emotion, try to help them. Reduce the pressure on them. The pressure on these kids are too much. If their emotions are okay, if these kids are calm, if the teachers try to help them put their emotions in check, it will help these kids better. It will help them perform better in school. It will help them perform better in their class. It will help them perform better in their academics. But mounting pressure on them, making their emotions high always, it's not helping matters. Honestly, we need to say this and say it the way it is. Like I used to tell my daughter as a teacher and their proprietor in school, I did tell them people should help these kids, reduce the emotion, reduce the pressure, reduce everything on them, because it's telling on us, the parents too. It's honestly telling on us to get. So as a teacher, you need to help your pupils in class. You need to help them. Don't stop comparing them to A and B. every child have a way of learning. Every child learn at their own pace. So it's meant for you as a teacher to help these kids, help them learn at their own pace, help them become better kids for the society. Don't judge them, don't put pressure on them. Help them reduce their emotions. Help them, because if these kids, if their emotions are okay, if the pressure on them are okay, you as a teacher, you have less stress teaching them as well. Do you understand? You have less stress teaching them as a teacher. So that's just what it is. So if you are a parent watching this, just know that you are doing your best. You are trying your best. You are doing the best you can for your kids. If you're a mom, you're a dad, you're a parent watching this, you are doing your best. And if you're also here watching me, you're not yet a mom, you're not yet a parent, I just want to tell you that this is exactly what parenthood or motherhood or fatherhood life looks like. That's just it. This is exactly what it looks like. Thank you so much. Thank you for staying. Thank you for watching. To have a beautiful day. Bye.